friends and bally friends, ball boy friends, Woody. I'm going to call you Woodheads from now on because I got a troll by the name of Woodhead or Wood Woodbrain, something like that. Anyway, this one is a quick one, and it has to do with the size of the sun. The size of the sun, according to the science model that I was indoctrinated with, is I don't know 800,000 miles diameter or something. It's a million times bigger than the Earth. In fact, the sun is so big, it has little fart bubbles that are 15 times the size of the Earth. Right? That's true. Absolutely fucking true. Right? Because a scientist told me so. Anyway, this is the thing that I want to make you think about, right? And maybe you bald heads can come back to me about this. But imagine a train far off in the distance. I don't know, 10, 15 miles over the curve, right? Not a lot of curve, but there's curve there. And the train starts coming over the curve, and eventually you can see it. You see the train coming, but it's but a speck. There's a little bit of steam coming up over the top, out of the engine, right? Now 5 minutes passes, and that train's only a few hundred meters down the track, and it's starting to look a little bit large. By the time it hits you, right? You got a wood head, so you should be alright. But by the time it hits you, the train is fucking massive. Excuse my language. The train is massive. Right? So this is my thinking because we've always brought up with this tiny little sun, right? This little sun up in the sky, and within over the years it was 1 million miles, then 3 million miles, then 27 million miles, and they kept changing and kept changing it. In fact, one time it was 104 million miles. I don't make this shit up. It's apparently the science. Anyway, it's 93 million miles now, right? And it's traveled for 93 million miles. But imagine it's like the train, and it's still a million times bigger than you. So when it gets here, isn't it monstrous? Or is the explanation, which is the explanation that I learnt in science, is that it just kind of shrinks a bit as it comes, well, a lot. It shrinks millions and millions of times because now it's not much bigger than maybe a basketball or maybe like a wood head. So I'm just wondering, is that the explanation that you're happy to live with? Like it's just kind of come through our atmosphere and traveled such a far away that it's just like shrunk into something small. Or would the wall of light that was 800,000 miles across, leaving the sun in every possible direction, right, strike our Earth like a freaking freight train strikes a little floating gnat in front of it? Yeah. I tend to think now more likely the latter. But if I'm wrong, okay, maybe I'm wrong, but I do think that if you think that it's a million times bigger than us and it's simply shrunk down to the size of a coin or a ball, and that's because it's traveled for such a long way, and then you should also believe that a man called Jesus died for you on the cross because it's all belief. Yeah? And while I'm on the subject of that, because it's the solstice, I think that Christ is in you. This is the temple. This is the temple you got to take care of. Throw out the fucking poisons and take care of the temple. Rise the Christ in you. You are the star of the show. This is your universe. Take the sun with you and be the light. Much love, my friends. Even Woody. I love you too, Woody. Thanks for all your trollery.